The dreams of 6 young sailors from around the island will be recognized as they join counterparts on board the first ever youth boat as part of the World Cruising Club's annual Atlantic Rally for Cruisers. Following the official launch of the Youth Ark project, the Hot 7 team spoke with the sailors and their sponsors on the preparations to cross the Atlantic.
The 2019 Atlantic Rally for Cruisers will mark the 30th consecutive year that St. Lucia will serve as the finish line for the event. To commemorate this long-standing partnership, the organizers of ARC have launched a unique social initiative specifically designed to offer a thrilling and fully funded opportunity for St. Lucian youth. The first ever ARC Youth project will involve 6 young St. Lucians aged 18 to 25 from various communities. Organizers say that they are most pleased with the demographic of the St. Lucian group, which in a male-dominated field will host 2 female members, one of which is aspiring Captain Krishna Joseph from Ancillary, who says she is eager to make the most of this experience and urges young women to move against gender roles to broaden their horizons.
I'm really looking forward to crossing the Atlantic and in particular being on the helm in my dream of being a captain, so I'll have a feel of what it's going to be like out there in the open water and how it's going to be controlled and different stuff. To the young females out there, it's okay to be whatever you like. Gender doesn't matter. Woman, girl, toddler, anybody can do anything. From the time you set your mind to it, it's going to happen.
The Atlantic crossing will be a hands-on experience, and the youth team will be expected to get involved with all aspects of sailing a boat, including daily food preparation, general maintenance, and cleaning. Another notable member of the Youth ARC team is 21-year-old Krisanki Flood, who says that he will make use of all these skills as he follows his passion for the marine tourism industry. Flood says that though the experience will be hard work, it will offer an invaluable life lesson in team building and social awareness. Flood hopes to serve as an example for other young men from his community.
Well, the training, I should say my training goes from a Monday to a Friday. We've worked basically, so we go out Mondays to Fridays for an hour on our keelboats, and I take it as practice because we train out in the Atlantic. So this is like a little feel of what we're going to be getting on our journey, so far so good. Well, sailing is a major big thing because as you could see, the youth nowadays rather sit down on a block, and that's not my thing. So if they could come off the blocks, try something they like to do, take it further and use me as an example, get to travel the world by doing what you love to do.
The ARC Youth team will sail non-stop across 2,700 nautical miles of the Atlantic Ocean with this year's ARC Rally, on board a 72-foot challenge yacht, accompanied by a professional skipper, mate, and 2 watch leaders. For Hot 7 News, I am Jacka Wooding.
In collaboration with the Department of Labor, the International Labour Organization, ILO, held a workshop aimed to develop a cadre of officials with improved knowledge and understanding of the Public Employment Service. The workshop consisted of 5 days of activities where candidates were taught to address various challenges faced in the implementation of various employment initiatives with focus on situations of crisis. Employment and Labor Market Specialist from the ILO, Diego Rai, says that preceding the workshop, investigations were done to assess the current work and projection of the Public Employment Service in St. Lucia.
There is a good exchange. There are also representatives from Dominica, Barbados, and Suriname. There is a good exchange. There is a lot of things that could be done. There is definitely a lot of opportunity. There is a lot of coordination and collaboration that could be established with other branches of the government, and we are planning at this stage. We are seeing and deciding what's best, and the next steps is to actually implement it.
The ILO rep says that in future, St. Lucia may see the commissioning of a labor market statistics department within a national statistical office, an initiative which he says will more effectively address the issue of unemployment by providing proper guidance to job seekers that are most vulnerable.
Well, ideas are up to national constituents. There is a lot of collaboration to be had in the domain of labor market statistics. with National Statistical Office how that could be used to help job seekers, to provide career guidance, to provide educational guidance, to target the most vulnerable. That's a key point of what we're trying to do. Let's see who is most vulnerable, most disadvantaged, and then let's decide how to best help.
The initiative will also help in developing the material to be included in a future job seekers guide, which will be made available to the public. The government of St. Lucia says it prioritizes culture as it taps into the orange economy. Minister for Creative Industries, Fortuna Belrose, says that the creative industries can be maximized for economic growth and that the current administration has begun work on the legal framework to support this move.
The International Development Bank uses the term orange economy to describe the cultural and creative industries, which include various art forms, including fashion, arts and crafts, music, and software. In realizing its sustainable development goals, the government of St. Lucia has placed culture and creative arts as one of the top 10 priorities for development. Minister for Creative Industries, Fortuna Belrose, says that the administration is currently in the process of developing policies to support the move towards an orange economy.
We are currently doing a number of initiatives, reviewing our policy to ensure that we strengthen that policy document, but importantly, work within our system to ensure that it is embraced in the way that it should be in terms of accounting for the contribution of the arts and culture to our creative industries. But yeah, the orange economy is big. It's where the world is going. If you look at the more developed countries in terms of the economies and tourism, you see that the orange economy, culture, creative industries play a critical role, in a vital role within the economies of those countries.
Belrose says that this move will aid in efforts to address unemployment among the youth.
It has always been there. And the thing is, when you look at the level of unemployment that we have among our young people who are so creative and innovative and talented, but do not get the opportunity within our society with the traditional areas, I think it is important that we move in that direction. And our government made it a point of opening up those doors and opportunities for our young people to give them more scope, more options, you understand, rather than the traditional areas of doctor, lawyer, medicine, education. They can go into areas that allow them to explore themselves and their potential and achieve significant promotion, coverage, and of course contribute to the economy of St. Lucia in the way that they can as citizens.
In a 2015 study, the orange economy of the Caribbean was valued at $124 billion US and employed more than 1.9 million persons. For Hot 7 News, I am Jacques Wooding.
The St. Jude Hospital recently received a new state-of-the-art ambulance courtesy the management and board of directors of the hospital. More in this report from Fernell Neptune.
The St. Jude Hospital is expected to provide better emergency medical service in the south of the island following the recent official handover ceremony of an ambulance to the hospital. Chairman of the St. Jude Hospital Board, Wayne Harrow, says it is hoped that the ambulance will be made good use of and play a significant part in the lives of St. Lucians.
The ambulance is high-tech. It is fitted with all necessary gadgets needed to make an appropriate functional machine. It will be used for hospital-to-hospital transfers, hospital-to-home transfers, and will assist when necessary with emergency and mass casualty and mass events.
Officer in charge at the St. Jude Hospital, Dr. Sylvester Fersois, expressed appreciation and gratitude for the ambulance, which will better serve the people in the south of the island.
An ambulance is a daily need, and with this addition to our fleet, I am happy that we can respond to the multiple needs that we get, the multiple requests for transfers, requests for home deliveries, or should I say, taking patients home. And it will go a long way to ensure that we provide the quality of service that our clientele, the population, has come to expect.
Emergency room specialist at St. Jude Hospital, Dr. Patrick Joseph, says he is very pleased with the donation of the ambulance as it will contribute to saving people's lives.
We are very thankful on behalf of the emergency room and the EMS service for the efforts made by the management of St. Jude Hospital and the board of directors for providing us with an ambulance that is fully equipped and will be using this service to transport patients from hospital to hospital, also partaking in any mass casualty event.
The St. Jude Hospital Board remains committed to strengthening the medical services provided to the residents in the south of the island. Reporting from the Communications Unit of the Ministry of Health and Wellness, I am Fernal Neptune.
This is the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. Tennyson Glasgow is up next with all the sporting action.